So OCD is defined by obsessive compulsive disorder. So the obsessive part means obsessions, and this can really vary. Being obsessed that something might infect someone you love or infect you. It could be obsessed with feeling like you haven't locked things. It could be an obsession that you're going to hurt someone. But the main thing with obsessions is they're extremely disturbing to the young person, so they don't want to be experiencing these thoughts, and that's where the compulsions come in. So young people with OCD will have compulsions to try and temporarily relieve the obsessions. So compulsions are things like arranging stuff. Some people will be counting. For some people it could be praying. It just could be so many different things. But the main thing with compulsions is that it does take a large part of someone's day, and it can be really tiring. So the things with OCD is that it has to be distressing for the person. Someone with OCD, they really don't want to be thinking these things. People often feel really ashamed and they might hide it. Many young people with OCD say to me they feel really out of control. They feel like these thoughts are taking over. And this can be because the thoughts are happening so often and they're so disturbing. Another thing is they feel really anxious. What will happen if those thoughts come true? What will happen if I don't do the compulsion? Is something that goes through young people's minds. Another thing young people say is, I don't want to talk about it, no one will understand, I'm a bad person. But we know that with OCD, talking about your thoughts is actually something that really helps, and it can make it seem less scary. What I've discovered with OCD is the people that worry most about other people and how their actions might affect them are actually the people that are least likely to ever hurt someone, to ever say something that would upset someone. These are people that generally do really worry about other people and worry about the world. People can think that it's about cleaning or it's about being organised or, those kinds of things, which it can be, but it's also about so many other things, and that can prevent people getting help. So everyone has intrusive thoughts to some level. It's just that we can't see what people are thinking. So for example, someone might have a thought, but that person will be able to dismiss that thought straight away, and they'll be able to say, that's just a silly thought and it doesn't mean anything to me. For someone with OCD, they give their thoughts meaning. So for example, if they're having a thought that they might hurt someone they love, they will give meaning to that thought and they will say, this must say something about me. I'm a bad person. It can become out of control when people really believe those thoughts mean something about them. And then as an attempt to control those thoughts, someone might start doing a lot of compulsions. For someone with OCD, it does really affect their lives unless they learn coping strategies and get some help. So there is a lot of help out there for people with OCD. The first step is going to your GP or telling a teacher or your family or someone that can help you get to the GP. Once your GP refers you to CAMHS, we are very understanding of OCD and how it affects people and how having those thoughts and compulsions doesn't define you as a person. So one of the most common treatments is CBT, and that stands for cognitive behavioural therapy. Cognitive behavioural therapy challenges those OCD thoughts and sees how it feels to do less of that compulsive behaviour. You're supported the whole way, so it doesn't feel like you're doing it by yourself. Some of those ideas about responsibility also challenged in CBT, so a lot of people with OCD feel responsible for people, or they feel that their thoughts could make a difference. Alongside CBT, many people start medication. So medication, we would say, isn't the only way to help with OCD, but it might put you in a better place for being able to start doing CBT. For example, if you're just way too anxious to start CBT, or the idea of challenging some of those thoughts is too much, medication can help ease that anxiety a bit and make those thoughts a little bit less intense, so it is a bit easier. And also, it's about not forgetting the support of your family and your friends. And while that is not a treatment, it's so helpful, because lots of people with OCD feel completely alone. They feel like they can't talk about their thoughts to anyone, and they feel so ashamed. Being able to tell your family what's going on for you, they might be able to reassure you and say, you would never do that, or by not cleaning this, it's not going to affect anything. So having that reassurance can be helpful. So what we'd really like to do at CAMS is take the shame away from OCD, that it's okay to talk about it, and support friends and family that are going through it, young people that are really struggling, because it's so much more difficult if you do feel alone.